Hi guys, it's Jessie Holton here, your Stampin' Up! Demonstrator for Australia, jessieholton.com. Thanks for coming and joining in today. I'm hopping with the One Stamp at a Time blog hop crew and we are doing a love theme. So I thought that I would have a play with this really beautiful Painted with Love designer series paper. It's really beautiful. Let me see if I can find it here and I'll show you. So it's gold metallic on one side, gold foil on one side, and painted textures on the other side. And really, really beautiful. Like it looks 3D. You want to touch it. It's really, oh, that one's pretty. Have a look at that. And this brick sort of pattern on the back, and this one with the calypso coral and really pale powder pink through it. So stunning. So definitely have a look at that paper. When I first saw it in the catalogue, it didn't really appeal to me, but now I've got it and I've actually seen it in person. It is stunning. Okay, so these little cards that I've made today, I've used the Blooming Hearts Thinlit die and the corresponding Bloomin' Love stamp set with the little banner and the sentiments, and I've already got a whole bunch cut out ready to go. And don't they look cute? I did some, so that's Calypso Coral, that's Rich Razzleberry, and Melon Mambo. And these are the coordinating colours that go with the paper. So let's get started. So these little cards, I've made 3 out of a sheet of A4 cardstock. So I'm just going to trim the edge at 19.8 centimeters. Cut off that edge, and then 9.9. 9.9. So I find I get a better cut on the flat side, though I do like to turn it over and use the dented side for the scoring. Got my 11-month-old baby here with me today, little Ryan. It's hard to believe that he's going to be 1 soon, and he's getting very tall. Trying to grab things off my desk. I don't know if you can see that little hand coming in. No. Here, you can have that. You want that? Cheeky monkey. Okay, so now you've got your little piece of cardstock. I've actually cut a bunch of this designer series paper, and I've only cut 2 patterns, but I've cut these little squares that are 9.5 centimeter squares, and then I've just cut them down the middle so that I've got all these different triangles that I can match up together. So I'm going to make 2 of these cards. That looks cute. And I'm just going to leave a little bit of a border, but your corners should meet up with the corners there, And this paper is ridiculously beautiful. It's really hard to choose which side to use. Ryan is now underneath my desk, banging on my sewing machine. There's a wrap bag. And as you can see, I'm just using the reverse side of the paper because they always coordinate really well. Alright, so once you've got your two little cards done, then we want to cut this beautiful die. I'm just going to get rid of my sheet here for a minute so that my big shot sticks to my table better. Now I've got my precision base and I do recommend that for these really detailed thinlits, and it actually says in the back of the catalogue where all of the thinlits are listed whether you should use a precision base. So definitely use one if it's recommended. Otherwise you'll find that you're having to run through your die cuts, you know, 6 or 8 times to try and get it to cut all the way through. And even with this one, I'm going to run it through because it's got all those tiny little fine pieces and I don't want anything to tear. What's wrong with you, buggerlugs? Would you like this? Yes. And you can just double check it. I'm going to run it through once more just for good luck. I don't want all those little flower petals tearing when they come out. Alright, so that definitely looks cut all the way through now. Come here. He's just trying to stand up on his own and he fell over. Alright, so let's pop that aside for now. Now, also with the detailed thinlits, I highly suggest using a die brush. Here, do you want the washi tape? How fun! Now, I don't usually bother using the mat. Most of the dies fit in my hand. But look at that. Now you know how annoying it is when you have to go over it with a little pair of scissors or something and prick out all those little teeny weeny bits. And the die brush just goes through all of these little holes. Just pull those last little ones out. So it pushes them all out of from behind here, and it also pushes them all out in between your die cut. Okay. Try and get rid of all those little gold bits. Alrighty, so now you've got your two pieces, and I just thought that this was too pretty to throw away, so I am going to stick one on here And I've actually cut these gold squares also at 9.9 by 9.9 so that they fit hopefully exactly. Over the top. Now you could use the adhesive sheets or some tear and tape on the back of this before you die cut it, but I don't actually mind the little bits sticking out. I think it makes it look quite pretty, so I'm just going to try and make sure that there's some bits done around the outside and in the middle. Those big flowers are really good, easy to glue. And then just pop that on and give it a second to hold. Now I use the palm of my hand flat rather than rubbing it because, as you can see here, I did get some little bits of glue because I rubbed it, but that's alright. We can fix that up with a bit of adhesive remover, or you could put a little bit of alcohol rub on a Q-tip or a cotton bud and just rub it really lightly and that'll come off. Alrighty, so then I just want a couple of dimensionals. So I'm going to stick one on each side there. One on each side there. It's gotten really dark all of a sudden. I think it's about to rain. Alright, and then on the inside we want to do that really cute little stamp. So I've got my Calypso coral, because I've also used the Calypso coral sentiments on the front. So I'm going to stick with the Calypso coral and do the inside as well. And I like to do my sentiments up towards the top, and that way you can just write "Dear so and so" and you've got room underneath to write your message. And that is that. I hope that you have enjoyed my cute little cards today. I think that they're adorable. And then I've also decorated this little lolly gumballs, which I thought were nice and shimmery, and they kind of reminded me of this beautiful paper. So I had a little bit of fun decorating those with some gold glimmer paper. This is the part of this set, this suite. This is the Love Mini Tinsel Trim Combo, and it comes in gold and sweet sugar plum. I've used a little bit of that stripy paper behind and another one of these sentiments on top. And then this is the scallop edge punch that I've put around the lid. So that is my little cards and projects for you today. I hope that you've enjoyed them. Please make sure that you hop around the rest of the blog hop and see all of the beautiful projects that everyone's made for you today. If you've got any questions or queries, please let me know. I'd love to do a video if you've got any products that you'd like to see demonstrated. Please sign up for my newsletter, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and that way you won't miss out on any of my promotions or Stampin' Up specials. You can also follow me on Pinterest and Facebook. I'd love to hear from you if you've got any questions or comments to make, and I hope that you enjoy your day. Thanks for watching. This is Jessie Holton, your Stampin' Up demonstrator. For Australia, jessieholton.com. Bye!